I think I'm in the right place now. Well, welcome back to Games Revealed. I'm Jameson also Brink, and we are one. Today, my office is a little disheveled. Like, my kids came through and destroyed everything. I think it's working now, so welcome back. I apologize for all the mix-ups and everything like that. Let's see if I can get this other one deleted. Okay, I think it got deleted. Okay. So, how is everyone today? I don't know if you heard me in the last time because it was going and I set it up on my phone. Let's just say that. I made the mistake of setting it up on my phone because I was away from my computer because I did not have time when I wanted to let you guys know sooner than later. I mean, we always have it around this time. So, glad you guys were able to find your way in. Welcome, LoJack. David Villarreal. Cool. David says, Calabunga, dude, everything's going well. Good. I'm glad to hear. LoJack, howdy, everyone. Howdy to you, LoJack. So, hey, Wolf. Welcome. So, got a little bit of a busy schedule today. We're going to be covering a couple of things and unveiling one of my new features on the site, which is, I'll be very honest, still a little rough because I've done a lot of internal development, but you haven't seen probably too much on the external, and so yeah, we're gonna get into this and all that. Hey, Wolfenstein, yes. Okay, so while we're waiting for everyone to get in, should we do a little field trip into the website, and then we can go and do Steam Deck news, and I guess along with that, we can also see what my agenda is so far, and you guys can even add to the agenda. So let me throw this into chat real quick. If I can find chat. Okay, there you go. So if you go to that website, and just be aware. You can go to it, but if it quits you out of the video, then yeah, don't. I'm gonna field trip this thing. We're gonna share it. So give me 1 second as I get this up and running. I'm only working with one window right now, so it's making it a little bit limited for me. So give me just 1 second. Let's see here. There we go. So, I'm definitely not going to say it's the prettiest thing yet, and I have a little image issue going on. It's not a major thing. I just refactored a section, and so you'll notice here I'm going to have more you'll see more items getting added to the website as we get going along. I'm going to backfill some of the guide videos and all that so that you'll have access to those more easily instead of having to search through my YouTube area. You can find them here if needs be. I'm also going to be doing some written content here along with, I renamed it to App Launcher. You can find the App Launcher here. This is going to get reworked into an app kind of store where you pick and choose the ones you want to add to your main screen. This is kind of just updates. I will get back to chat here in a second. And then, let's see here. You'll see, like I said, this is kind of, still working on the designs, obviously, but these articles can have different sections, and that's what I've been working on is sections, and they can be very different. But in stream ones, you're going to be able, like when I announce a stream, I'm going to make it so that if you want to get notifications, you'll get notified via, I'll probably do email, text, push notification, and maybe one other one if people want. I'm also going to have a feature area. I want to make honestly, at the end of the day, I want this to make this a really cool, and maybe we can get to the end of the stream and actually talk about some of the features I want to add to this. I'm also going to have an area where you can upvote them. But today's schedule is right here, and if you want to add, if you are a user on the website, if you want to suggest something, it will go down here. I don't have a way to control everything, but I will someday, soon probably. you can go and suggest a piece here. It's not live, like meaning it doesn't live reload, where if I reload, if someone already added something there, that's fine. It's fine. You can also upvote and all that. I'm going to make it so that I'll have my main topics selected, and then we can add some additional topics that people might want to talk about here, and we'll have some discussions also here. This will also be slightly linked up to the stream, so when we're talking about a discussion, it will be up on what you're looking at, so it'll be fun. So, like today, massive Steam Deck updates. We're just going to go through the updates, essentially, and kind of like what my favorite things are about them. The upcoming Game Awards, we're going to talk about that a little bit, but I'm tempted to do a ranked chat about this in another video. So maybe we'll do another live stream sometime tomorrow. I'm not sure, morning, night, whatever. I promise I'd be doing more videos. I have not been doing that because I've been working on the website. So we're going to be doing a lot more very soon regarding videos. I also have this GB operator. That's why we're probably not going to. I want to circle back to the upcoming Game Awards, and actually, hopefully within the next week, also have it on this site to where if you want to nominate anything or want to vote on here, we can have fun with our own version of it, right? Why not? Because I'm gonna integrate it, technically already integrated a game API where I could have a bunch of game data in here, but I did that a long time ago and just haven't activated it. Then we have the Ayano Air Stream OS. Okay, Steam. I said Stream. We're going to go over that too. So this is kind of the order right now. If we don't fully get done with the Ayano Air, I promise another stream this week. So, and I have plenty of time. As you know from my announcement a couple of days ago, I was laid off. So I will have more time the next few days. So yeah, that's that. So if you want to recommend anything in there, go for it. If you did, ping me and I'll refresh it because I don't have there is a live reload feature with the database API system I'm using, but I just don't have it enabled right here. Okay, so let's get this geared up. I did not post anything for the massive. We'll get to chat here in a second. Oh, I made it so you can't actually. Okay. Just getting this kind of geared up. I think this is it. Okay, cool. Okay, so back to here. Back to comments. I need to get back to my actual comments. Okay, so getting back to everything, how's everyone doing? I know this might be probably a lower amount of people actually in the stream today because I kind of screwed it up with the whole announcing and all that, but it is what it is. Okay, so yes, I believe I already said hello, Wolf, but hello once again, Wolf. Brandon Kitchens, what's up, Brink, from the Duo Fam? Welcome, Duo Fam. And then, yeah. So it looks like we're going to have a little bit of a low turnout today, but that's probably partially due to my fumbling of the, of setting up the stream on YouTube. Okay, so with that, let's get into actually chat. I mean, if anyone has any questions, go for it now, or forever hold your peace until we're done with this next piece of news, whatever. We're gonna go through the news. I know I'm not gonna apologize or anything like that. We're gonna go through the news. If I can find what a little disheveled. I worked way too much on the site. When I get focused on the site, I get stuff done. My cursor went away. Well, that's annoying. Oh, okay, well, I lost the cursor. Let's see if I can. There we go. Okay, cool. Must be a weird screen sharing glitch. Okay, so, hello, Jack. You got your loyal following. Agreed. It is nice to have you guys. So, Talked about it a little bit last stream, but SteamOS 3.4 preview is out. And in fact, I actually want to grab my deck and switch over to the preview, see if I can screw anything up. Give me 1 second. While we're chatting about this, I'm going to get this going. I also have a new overhead light to make it easier so you guys can see stuff when I do bench stuff. Hi, me on SteamOS 3.4. Is that actually a thing, though? Hi. I have a feeling that you're 3 days ago. Let's look at this. Hi. I'm on the beta client on the main OS. I noticed once the 3.4 update came out for preview and beta, and I installed the update on main, my OS build went to SteamOS 3.5, but I haven't seen anyone say anything about it. Sounds like a bug or something. If I understand correctly, you're enabled show advanced update channels in the developer settings, then set your OS update channel to main. Ooh. You won't hear an announcement about 3.5 until the code is deemed ready to be moved to beta channel. Beta or preview, because right now 3.4 is on beta preview. It's the main channel. Yeah, I honestly, hi, I tend to stay clear of that place, so definitely am very cautious of that. But honestly, okay, so I stick within beta maybe sometimes. I'm going to start my update right now. Stable. Oh, wait, why am I unstable? What the? That's weird. How I likes to live life on the wild side, at least for my deck. Yeah, no, it's... I don't mind it. It's just I have to do so much content. If I wasn't doing content, I might actually join you. And I still might. We'll see. I can always refresh and all that. In the past, I didn't have the time. Now I have more time just to recover, meaning I can go through, screw around. If I can't get back to beta or even preview maybe sometimes, then I have to refresh the OS. The problem with that, is time. But I do so many videos and I need to have at least some stability, or I can't have it be too different than what the viewers are going to see when I'm doing guides and all that. So I have to be a little careful. So this is actually a pretty big update. And I've already mentioned one major thing that they added that makes me so happy, and it should have been there day one. I know everyone says that. I feel like about a lot of or at least I say that about everything. They added and this is it right here. This is one part of it. Added an eject option for removable drives in settings, storage. This unmounts the removable drive. It does not physically inject it, which would be, I love how they had to preface that. So that is, it's hilarious, because guaranteed someone would get confused with that note. I've been a developer long enough to you have to be specific enough. I'm not amazing at it. I'm not going to say I'm amazing at it, but you have to be specific enough, or else people will just say, oh, well, why isn't it not removing itself? It's because, it's not like they added an ejection system. That'd be hilarious if they did. External drives formatted as ext4, which is the default. I wish it was BTRFS. I actually need to look to see how this affects BTRFS, because I have one of my drives as BTRFS. And so EXTF is just the file, the system file format, essentially, like how things are organized and stored and whatnot on the storage device. Both I believe the NVMe drive, the SD cards are ext4. You can do BDRFS, which offers compression that will save you space and also makes it a little bit more compatible with Windows. But it is now automatically mounted and available for use in Steam. I believe this is Steam game mode. I believe that's what this is. So I honestly haven't tried it yet, because I've been looking at everything else. Let us go to chat real quick as we get looking at this stuff. Bobby Squirrel, are they fixing EA? I believe they've fixed the initial bug, but I need to look into it again. Like, I believe they did one initial fix of it. We can do a deep dive, honestly, and see if they... let me add that to the list, actually. We can do a deep dive and see if they're fixing it. Oh. So I believe you're talking about the launcher. Could have put probably a question mark, but we'll throw that in there. Double check. Okay, so that's our agenda, potentially. I just want to make sure I'm recording things, because if I don't get to it now, we'll get to it some other time. Okay, yeah, people see eject and they get confused, but unmount doesn't click with them. Aragoth. Yeah, unmount is honestly a very weird one. If you if you're not really been involved in Linux, probably more than anything, because I think eject is in Windows, right? I don't think there's really the concept of unmount in Windows, so I don't know. Maybe Mac. Maybe some people would get that. Dominique, I've just stuck to stable branch. Yeah, it's not, honestly, that's a good way to go. James Knuckles, do I need to disable Cryo's trim fix before installing this new update? Yeah, it does affect the trim. I don't know that one, James. I apologize. The trim update on that. Yeah, so Steam will periodically trim storage devices as needed. This includes the workaround ensure. I probably would disable it personally. There's a good chance whatever your the hack was will just get reverted. So yeah, they're doing a lot of support for those. Yeah. Yeah, because there was some, I think that from my understanding, right, there's some trim hacks out there to increase performance and also prevent, yeah, let's see, this includes a workaround ensuring that the trim operations are safe for SD cards that advertise discard support but do not support it. Yes, that might have been one of the things that was borking some SD cards too. Okay, getting back into chat. Dominic, there's a lot of cool features, but I'm mostly in it for the games. Yes, yeah, there is a lot. There's a workaround for EA. Okay, they updated again, and I no longer can get back into Jedi gameplay. Yeah, Bobby Squirrel, I think as EA is doing their and honestly, I just don't think it's not like they're maliciously trying to do this. They're just being EA, which is just not really thinking things through. Lomkey, EA working, but seems to be when EA change something, then gets buggy. Yeah. We'll probably it will probably take, I'm hoping it doesn't take more than a week or two more to stabilize all that EA stuff. And believe me, I'm sure Steam and Valve is working on this because EA launcher affects a lot of people, not just a few, like a lot. Esoteric Wolf, for the people who just joined, Brink added a system where you can go to the site and suggest something to talk about. Yes, it is still very rough, but you're more than welcome to do that. True Blue Magic Dude, managed to nab a Micro Center branded 1 terabyte. It surprised me how hot it gets just moving the game to the SD card. Okay, you got a 1 terabyte SD card. Moving the game to the card. Yeah, it can get a little spicy. Oh yeah, and Wolf threw out the link. Awesome, thank you. Hey yo, new deck owner here. Baynort, been using you a lot for tips. Awesome, thank you, man. Honestly, I need to do a lot more tip videos. I've been doing a little bit more research. The problem these days is that I get stuck in the research cycle and I don't produce I don't really do scripts very well. Like I do scripts, but I do more bullet points. And I get lost in it, and I don't release things as much as I need to. Sometimes things get stale. I kind of let it drop, like the video I recorded. I recorded it. I think I was about to edit it, and the announcement came out, for Stadia, right? So Stadia's dead. I was recording a walkthrough on how to get it set up and done on the deck and everything, and then it was dead right after I recorded it. It was just like, yeah, that tracks. But I'm glad that the tips are helping. I want to do a lot more tips. I'm planning on doing like a Linux newbie guide, and I have a place that will be you'll be able to vote for stuff too. Lone Key. Liam from Gaming on Linux have a workaround for it. His YouTube page for EA. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Gaming on Linux is a really good resource, by the way. I don't use them enough. I usually, like half the stuff I usually do on my own, but I have used them for a couple of my own tips. Not tips I've made per se, but like for doing the Chrome stuff. Benort, I had to fight a bit to get Epic Games working, but I finally got it after watching you. Yeah, thank you. Honestly, that video is also kind of old, and I can greatly improve it. So I'm glad it was useful, and it wasn't too frustrating. The Epic Games stuff, there's a lot of things that I'm like, I really want to sit down and just really improve the whole experience, but I wouldn't make any content. I'd just be making launchers and stuff, and I just don't want to do that fully. I like doing, it just kind of goes beyond. I'm trying to do this channel and everything like that, and I am doing some software stuff, and I do have a V2 of the Steam Deck app launcher that I'm going to be prototyping as an app instead of a Chrome website kind of added. So we'll see. Oh, okay, and then hi. Oh, Micro Center has a 1 terabyte SD card for $100. $240 to upgrade to a 1 terabyte 2230 plus a 1 terabyte USD. Interesting. That's an interesting one. Hi. Lumkey. Look for Gaming on Linux on YouTube. If you're not on his website, you have a link for his YouTube page. Oh, yeah. You just look up Gaming on Linux, honestly. Bobby Scroll. It's really as easy as that. Oh, yeah. I know nothing about Linux. Yeah, no, and you don't need to know Linux, honestly, to do to enjoy using the Steam Deck, especially as a gaming device and all that. It's if you want to dive deeper into it, do a lot more, or set up a couple of things. You just like, let's say, Epic Games. You kind of got to get into that desktop. If you want to do like my app launcher, I have a tutorial for that. If you want to get that set up to where you can more easily launch Netflix or any of the apps that you want without having to like have, just it just makes it a little bit nicer. That requires going to the desktop mode. I make it pretty easy through the guide, but still requires a little bit. But if you want to use it as a desktop, then we really got to get into the guide and tutorial kind of territory, and that requires a lot of research. Bisexual Blurred, did you talk about the new Pimax handheld yet? I have not. Let's add that to the agenda today. Unless I do need to make this real though. Let's see, let's make sure. You guys should be able to, if you're logged in, go to this site that will post it and put your own stuff in here. If you do, just let me know and I'll refresh it. Still, Baynard, I still can't get GOG working. Yeah, GOG's I haven't even attempted that yet. I need to go and do a whole launcher episode. And honestly, I really want to make it easy, and I want to do some more research and just get things working for everyone. I feel like there's a lot of fracturing in the launcher space. Even though a lot of these launchers kind of do it, they don't do it really well, and I want to find a good solution. That's one of the reasons I've been dragging my feet, is when I use these things, I don't like it as a user half the time. Even the best one, I think, visually and functionality-wise, is the for launchers, and for like the Epic Games launcher, is the tutorial I did it on I can't even remember off the top of my head. But yeah, that tutorial with that launcher, I like it. Crazy Tamal, Game Pass. Yes, Game Pass is another one I've done. But Nort, I'm having a blast with it, and I want to make it the best mobile gaming setup I can have. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. Are you, Benor? I'm really curious. What else do you want to do on it? Like you're trying to set up, it looks like all your different services. Are you going to be doing some emulator stuff on it too, or are you just really wanting to just get access to all your games? I personally have been buying. I've actually rebought a couple games on Steam just to make it easier. And there's going to be a huge Steam sale coming up, so just take that into mind. That we're coming up soon to something that's going to be pretty awesome, I think. Oh yeah, that's what. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll stop looking at this. We'll get back into let's get back into this. We'll get back into some of those other topics that we just mentioned. So, and people keep on talking. No, this is really good though. Crazy Tamal. Benor, the deck for now is the best mobile gaming device for now. I would say it is the best out of the box, 100%. I think the new Ayano 2 and the Ayano Geek will be an interesting challenge against the Steam Deck. Personally, I do really think it will be an interesting challenge. If they just did SteamOS out the box with it and it worked just as good as Steam Deck, it could seriously be a threat to the Steam Deck. But since it's not, I don't know. Like I said, the Ayano Air software is buggy. I'm sure they'll get it remedied at one point, and they're doing an operating system. I don't know if they're basing it off of SteamOS, but I'm not very hopeful. Let's just say with their skin on Windows, I'm not hopeful of the operating system. That's going to be probably on Linux. Lumkey Gog want to avoid the Linux port due to missing dependencies. Yeah. Jay, I simply refuse to have all the launchers. Overwatch is the only game I made an exception for. Everything else must be on Steam. That's pretty close for me too, Jay. Technically, like I'll still do the launchers and do like tutorials and stuff for that, but I haven't really. I stick to Steam as much as possible. It just is so much easier, and plus, I like collecting a lot of my stuff on Steam. That being said, there's a lot of free games that I've gotten on Epic Games, and I'll try to get it to work, and some work great. Some they're just a little iffy, and if I have to rebuy it, well, honestly, most stuff on Epic was free. So if I buy it on Steam, it's because I'm buying it for the first time. But Overwatch, yeah, I need to do an Overwatch 2 video still. I need to check out the new update. I supposedly supposed to be fixed where with the new Proton egg roll, you can play Overwatch 2 on your deck without the stuttering. Because what would happen is you'd play it for like a minute, and then it would just crash. It was kind of really bad. Bernard, I don't emulate much, but I want to have a portable gaming setup ordered, a 15-inch OLED monitor, and some other stuff. Nice, man. Yeah, no, it's I need to get back into the accessory game because I have a bunch of accessories that I still need to kind of honestly finish reviewing, and yeah, even including this thing right here. It's such a good gaming device. Like the deck does so well. I love it as my support item for my main PC. Crazy Tamal, join Discord. We are always posting discounts for games we find. Yes, Crazy Tamal is 100% correct. Join our Discord. Wolf, if you're able to, we want to throw a link out to that if you want to join. We always have stuff going on there. The website, if you join that too, we'll soon have weekly deals that I'm going to be able to email out to people. And it's also going to auto sync with the Discord. So it will also throw out into the Discord too. So I'm going to make it easy so you don't have to always be on the website. The website is going to be a facilitator for a lot of other things. So plus it's what I kind of do. And I'm in between jobs right now. So, but aren't Aya's products like over 1K though? Yes, that's another big crux. But the Ayano 2 and Geek look pretty good. We can look at those in a little bit if we want. I did a video earlier this week though, kind of going over it. And so I probably won't cover it until later today this evening if we get time. Lomkey, Steam Deck is a Switch Army knife, can do many things for its cost. Yes, it really can. The Steam Deck, honestly, if you don't mind tinkering a little bit. I'd love to be able to build more solutions into like an easily packageable piece of software so you don't have to go into desktop mode more than once, but we'll see. Time will tell. Also, just a lot of things will tell on that. But yeah, Steam Deck does so much. Baynard, I can't say no to all the free games Epic gives, and also buying games on Epic helps my friend make money. Oh, really? Wow. That's cool. Yeah, no, Epic Games is awesome. But it's really hard with Steam. Like, I want Epic Games to play nicely. Make your own launcher that's really good for Linux. Then we're talking. They're just kind of dragging their feet because they're really trying hard to compete with Steam. Crazy Small, yes, most are over 1K, but devices are nice looking. They are nice looking, but honestly, they don't do much more than the Steam Deck, except for performance. So if you feel like doubling, honestly, if you're going with a $400 Steam Deck versus, let's say, the $1,200 Ayano or maybe the $1,000 Ayano, between $1,000 to $1,200, you're more than doubling the price to get a 20 to 30% increase in performance. Why? Benor, there's some great portable OLED monitors now. Yes, there are. I've almost bought one during one of the last Amazon sales. I'm going to be looking at them for Black Friday, though, and for testing. Brandon Kitchens, Games Real, the site is not letting me submit a suggestion on the site. I click save, nothing happens. I apologize. I guarantee I know what's happening there. Give me 2 seconds. As I will, it's a permissions issue. It's because I didn't allow permissions on that. It's a whole thing that I need to get around. Not really get around. I just need to. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. You can't see it right now. Okay, so authenticated should be able to. Okay. Okay, for now, you should be able to update. Oh, let's see. Hold on. Oh, I messed up real quick. So give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I know this. Let's see. And now you should be able to. Okay, Chad, you should be able to do that now. Okay, so there is a game. I wonder if it works on Steam Deck. It has a Linux port, but only for certain distros. I don't know if it will work on SteamOS. A lot of the Linux ones do work on SteamOS that I've seen so far. But yes. Oh my gosh, Lone Key, you honestly, that is a really good point. I should take that into account. If I ever review the Ayano 2 or Geek, maybe even in my Ayano Air, I haven't had to deal with the tech support, but from my understanding, support from Ayano is going to be a lot worse. A lot of it also comes down to which company has more resources to put into it, has the capital to do a really good support system up front, and it's not going to be it's not going to be Ayano. Ayano has they're infamous for, or I don't know, even infamous. They're just very not good at their support, and they roll out way too many devices. David, is Ayano from U.S. Is it a U.S. company? It is not. It's a Chinese company. Most of these Ayano, Ayn, GBD, they're all Chinese companies. They might have U.S. I just don't. They weren't founded here for sure. They might have some offices here, but it would be probably superficial. I don't think they make the sales enough to be a big company. After seeing like their, and that's a whole other nightmare that I need to do a video on. GBD Max Win 2, I reserved it, or I did the Indiegogo campaign. 2 months ago. They're selling them on AliExpress right now, but they have not sent me mine yet. I'm really pissed off about that. But that's another video all on its own. See if I can anger some of the GBD people. Honestly, not saying that they're bad. It's just it's not like it's been a great experience so far. I am excited for that laptop though. Benord, other problem is I have no idea how to install it. Well, it's with console commands. Ah, yeah. Once you get into console commands, it gets a little different. Okay, Chad, AK Duo, you should be able to submit it now, and I apologize about that. Yeah, like I said, there's still a little bit of hiccups in there. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's finish up some of this Steam Deck news and kind of the prominent areas of this real quick. Yeah. So, like I said, the storage thing, honestly, the storage is the biggest one for me. They also have Performance HUD Level 2 to use a horizontal layout, which is really cool, meaning it's going to be up here. Let's say if this is the Steam Deck, the Steam Deck screen when you're playing a game, it will be at the top, along the top, instead of chunked into the top left corner, which tends to block a lot of information and gets kind of, honestly, I get it though. It can expand however it needs to, but having it just horizontally, one little line bar at the top is nice. Okay, so if we also look in, let's see, this is a weird one. I'm going to go over the prominent stuff that I found interesting. If you guys want to throw something out in the chat, you're more than welcome. Make sure to @ me. But the input, disabled built-in DualShock 4 and DualSense trackpad mouse emulation when Steam is running. I don't get why you would do that. It's kind of nice that the PlayStation, so I actually have the controller right here. It's nice that this can be used as a mouse. That's one of the things I've liked. Maybe it interferes with the native capabilities on some games, or maybe when streaming from your PlayStation, like doing remote play from your PlayStation. I don't know yet. I still need to fully test that, but it is kind of weird. Yeah, they have some keyboard issues, and even at the bottom right here, they have known issue. The Chinese pinyin and the Zhuyin input for the on-screen keyboard are not currently functioning correctly. There's also, I believe, potentially a bug in the keyboard too, where it kind of messes up some of the keyboards, specialty keyboards, but that is just something I've noticed. So, see here. This is also one that could potentially fix one for me. Fixed a performance issue that could cause 100 millisecond hitches during gameplay if adaptive backlight was enabled, which is an interesting one. But I have noticed some hiccups and stuff like that in games and outside of games, and I know that with every update it's made it a little bit better. But yeah, fixed an issue with the fan controller excessive sensor pulling, causing sporadic fan behavior and higher SSD temps on some NVMe drives. This is important, and this once again honestly shows that they're doing their tests that on their SSDs. So, you know, all the people doing the hacks and all that stuff like that with their SSDs, there's a reason why they went with a 2230. I don't think I think they could have gotten away with a larger one and maybe more cooling, like a better cooling pad or whatnot, or yeah. But modifying it, putting in your own custom one, I mean, do it. If it's a 2230, I think you'll be fine. I mean, they say they tune it. They say they tried everything and all that. I think a 2230, you're going to be okay. At 2242, I believe people were doing, that becomes an issue. So, let's check back in with chat real quick. Eric, Cone. GBD good enough? I think GBD is not bad. I like the concept of them. I don't like a lot of their devices. The GBD Max 1.2 is my favorite looking and device, just because I'm going to use it more as a netbook. I love my netbook. Back in the day, I want to use this one as a netbook. I'm going to use it for on the go. So when I need to make content, do edits, do recording of videos from my device and all that, do need to do capture cards. pretty much everything I need to do on the go that's not gaming, I'm probably going to use that for. We'll see. We'll see if it could replace the Steam Deck for me. I really like the Steam Deck, so. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear, Chad. Okay. Necrosphere, hey, how's it going, man? Welcoming Wolf in, huh? Big Mike, has anyone really been far, even has decided to even go want to do look more like? Are you looking to look into getting the Ayano 2 or the Geek? I have had a couple of people, at least a couple of people, mentioned through surveys and all that they're going to be getting, they've sold Steam Decks, getting their, they're going to get Ayano 2 or the Geek. So there is definitely a demand there. Benoit, I'll probably just stick with my desktop for that game while I spent enough money on my PC to abandon it completely. Yeah. That's the hard part, is that I'm not going to play every game on my deck. It's just not going to happen. I need to actually power off my deck. Yeah, I'm not going to do every single game on my deck either. So, True Blue Magic Dude, I wish they would be able to do a second Steam controller. Docked mode is cool, but it relies on third-party controllers. I like the third-party controllers, honestly. True Blue, I really do like it. I think that it would be a good idea for them to do a second Steam controller, but we'll see. We'll see. They could. I mean, if they were able to do it the way they did with the deck, why couldn't they do it? And I gotta do some predictions. I'd predict them doing a Steam controller soon, like within the next year or two. Lumkey, if I remember, I think your mouse start acting up. It's why the trackpad disabled. I know it happens to me far too many times. I was forced to plug my PS5 controller. I didn't have issues with it, but maybe, yeah, I guess maybe some people are having issues. I mean, obviously you are. What's up? David is saying hello. Silence. My friend keeps knocking my Steam Deck, saying that Ayano 2 craps on it. I told him that if he wants to spend a ton of money on a device that costs as much as a laptop, that's fine. Honestly, you're right. Not much more. You can get a laptop that's going to just outperform that Ayano 2. Like spending $1,500. I need to go look at what prices are right now with inflation and all that for gaming laptops. But price to performance, going to destroy them on the Steam Deck. Is the Ayano 2 faster? Yes. Is it going to be as smooth of a performance or of an experience in Windows mode? No. Are they going to be able to play more games than you? Most likely, yes. You're just going to be able to play them more optimized, easier, in a more console-like manner on the go. The deck is just an all-around good device. The Ayano 2 will be faster. But, like you were just mentioning, like the gaming laptop is just going to be so much better. If you're really looking for just pure performance. Lumkey, Valve said its Steam Deck is yours. You can do anything with it, even sell it. Yeah, I mean, I'd hope so. Brad Pitt. Oh, Brad Pitt. We got Brad Pitt in the house. Will they release an update to make it lighter? Are you talking about like an updated Steam Deck to make it lighter? They possibly could. We'll see. If you want a lighter device, there's always like the Ayano Air. It's pretty light. Gameplay Patriot Archives. Would you recommend a Steam Deck for a guy in a college who is wanting to get into the PC game space on a budget? Yeah. Honestly, yeah. What kind of games do you plan on playing though? Fortnite, like you could put Windows on the deck. So I guess honestly, it's the perfect device. If you gotta have that Fortnite or some other games that don't run on SteamOS, then just go and dual boot into Windows or whatever. So yeah, I do recommend Steam Deck for. Honestly, it's great time to have one as a dorm for a college guy. The plus of it too is if you can get some controllers like let's see here. I have my bag somewhere, but I have the Switch controllers. If you get those, you can play a bunch of party games with your friends if you hook it up to a TV or just set it right there. I mean, that's the biggest problem though too with it is that you could also do that with a laptop. So if you have a gaming laptop or a laptop, it can replay, like, it's going to be a lot nicer to play in bed. So if you don't have a lot of space to sit or whatnot, or don't want to, the Steam Deck is perfect in bed. So dorm life, great device. When it comes to also going to college, though, I am a little more hesitant to recommending a Steam Deck for school and all that, and more recommending a decent laptop that's maybe even a gaming laptop. I went through school with a gaming laptop most of the time. Did really well. I was able to play games back at my